All right, y'all, today we're gonna make my mama's strawberry pie. And the first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 425. Of course, you will probably know how to operate your oven better than I know how to operate mine. Anyway, the next thing you're gonna do is make the filling, the strawberry filling. And we're gonna get some water boiling. We're gonna need 1 cup of boiling water. So put that on to boil. You can see mine there on the left. And then in a larger saucepan that will hold all the contents, you want to put your sugar and your cornstarch in there and whisk it together a little bit just so it's stirred together. And then you want to carefully, that water is very hot, put 1 cup of boiling water into your cornstarch sugar mix and whisk it together. You're gonna see that it's one consistency when you first mix it together. It's thinner and it's a little bit hard to mix in, so just, give it a good whisk, get everything out of the corners of the pan, and see how it's pretty cloudy and thin while I'm initially whisking it here. I'm not gonna shorten this video at all during this point because I really want you to see there's an important factor you need to see here, and that's that this will change as it heats. I've got it heating on about medium high. You want to stir it pretty much constantly, and at a certain temperature it will change. It will become slightly more clear and it will begin to thicken. And when it gets to that consistency, that's when it's done. So, look, there's my favorite wooden spoon. I've had that thing for probably 20 years. The handle's off of it. The end of it is no longer flat. It's kind of warped on the end, but it's my favorite. Anyway, just keep stirring. Now you can see how there is like a blank spot in the pan following my spoon as I stir. It's starting to get there. When it begins to make a streak like that, and you can see it's wanting to boil a little bit, and now the color's beginning to change. See that? It's becoming more clear and thickened. And when I scrape my spoon across the bottom, it leaves a trail. That's exactly what you want. Now I'm turning the heat off. See that? That's it. Just stir it a little bit more, and then we're gonna put our Jello, half of our Jello packet in there, and that's gonna smell really good. I wish I could share that smell with you. Streak, streak, streak. See? Perfect. I guess when I was recording this, I just really wanted you to see that. That's what you want. All right, heat really is off now. I thought I turned it off a minute ago. Okay, come on, time to add the Jello. Half of a pack, doesn't have to be exact. I use my fingers to kind of measure where half is gonna be. Oop, a little bit more. Okay, great. Mix that in, it mixes in really easily. This is why your strawberries don't have to be perfect, because the Jello makes it really taste like strawberries. All right. Get that mixed in. Oh, maybe a little more. And then once it's mixed in, we're gonna let it cool a little bit. If your strawberries are really firm, this is a great way to soften them. Put them in that hot concoction. It's really better if you can let it cool a little bit more. Now mix them in there. And it's so pretty, and the strawberries are so glistening, and it smells so good at this point. And I guess that's why I stopped right here and took a picture. See, there we are. There's my picture. Look how glistening and beautiful. Next, we're gonna make the crust, and I had to speed this video up because it just takes too long. First, we're gonna mix our flour, about 1.5 cups there, and we'll get some sugar, pinch of salt. Now the sugar. There we go. And we will take a fork and mix that all together. I probably overmix here, but eventually I'll make a well in the center where we can put our liquid ingredients. And that would be some vegetable oil and milk. Come on, there we go. And of course I ran out of vegetable oil. Have to get some more. Open it. Pour it. Whoops, not that one. There, okay. Pour it in there. Now the milk. And we'll mix that all together. And you'll see it comes together. It takes a second, but it comes together. Let me adjust the light. There. Okay. It comes together and it's kind of like the consistency of Play-Doh. So I just turn the plate and scrape from the outside to the inside to mix it initially. And then eventually, if you keep working, it'll just kind of come together in a ball. And then it's not even sticky. You can just roll it around the plate and collect up the rest of the flour and stuff that's in the plate. And I don't know how many times I've made this recipe. Hundreds. The dough is always a slightly different consistency. So sometimes it just rolls right around, picks it right up, and sometimes you have to help it a little bit. But whatever. There it goes. Then you just mash it out into the bottom of the plate. Do it as evenly as you can. And if you get a crack or a hole, don't worry about it. Just press it back together. Try to keep it as even as you can. And press it into the corners. And then you'll want to flute the edges of the pie crust, which I do by just usually rolling it down a little bit and then pinching it with my fingers as I go around. Oh, good heavens. Okay. There, now. Move things out of the way so we can see. There we go. Just pinch, 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 pinch. All. Then you take a fork and you poke some holes, and that lets the air vent out of the pie as it cooks so it doesn't bubble up. And you stick it in the oven. When you get it out, that's what it looks like. And there's the filling that we made earlier from the stove. See, there it is. And then, because I forgot to push record, you didn't get to see me pour it in the pie crust, but there it is in the pie crust. It's ready to go. Just refrigerate it and it'll solidify. See you next time. Hey, this is Wendy. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you'll join Sarah and I on our mother-daughter adventures in takeout. You can find Dorks with Sporks wherever you download podcasts or at dorkswithsporks.com.